Hello everybody. So today we are doing lesson 12. I am upset because I see a meaningless world. Now today's lesson, Jesus shares with us, is an important idea because it helps us to correct the major perceptual distortion. And what he means by this is we are upset because we are believing that this world and everything that happens here, or the potential of what could happen here, is frightening, right? We look upon our world and we see a sad world, or a violent world, or an insane world, or a scary world, or whatever our labels for it might be. And then we feel frightened by it, we feel threatened by it, and feel we have to protect ourselves and keep safe because of how we're seeing the world. But this is a perceptual distortion. This is seeing through the eyes of ego, seeing through the eyes of fear, believing that we are this separate body that can be harmed, and that this world is going to impose harm on us. And, the mind will show us images in our mind of what has happened before, either to us or to others in this world, and with that comes the feelings associated with it, which are most often fear and being scared of that happening again or it repeating. And so what we're getting to realize today is that this world is really meaningless, and it is only our thoughts about it that are projected outward that is our experience of this world. So I know today's lesson is here for us to recognize that what we see with the physical senses of the body does not matter. Because with this lesson, we're learning true vision, which is that correction of the perceptual distortion, right? Because vision has nothing to do with physical sight. It has nothing to do with physical sight at all. And so we're almost learning to deny what the physical eyes are telling us, and listen for the truth of what is happening here, so that we can receive it within. But the first step towards that is allowing ourselves to recognize that this world is meaningless, and to allow it to become a blank slate. Because it's even saying here, as I flip the page in the same lesson, it's saying what is meaningless is neither good nor bad, right? So the judgments that we have on this world, whether it be a good world or a pleasant world, or a bad world or an unpleasant world, is irrelevant. It's neither good nor bad. And so it says, why then should a meaningless world upset you? Why should anyone or anything in this world that has happened in the past, recent or distant past, matter? Why does it matter? Why does it upset us? If you could accept the world as meaningless and let the truth be written upon it for you, it would make you indescribably happy. But because it is meaningless, you are impelled to write upon it what you would have it be. It is this you see in it. It is this that is meaningless in truth. Beneath your words is written the word of God. The truth upsets you now, but when your words have been erased, you will see His. This is the ultimate purpose of these exercises. And I feel it couldn't have been articulated more clearly. For as we let our own thoughts and beliefs of this world be erased by simple willingness to heal our minds, then we get to see this world as God sees it. We get to interact in this world as God does, and that is through love, and God's will for us is perfect happiness. So when we let go of our thoughts about this world, we accept this perfect happiness for ourselves, and then we begin to see that manifest here. And this is why, I love this lesson. It holds so much in just the single thought. So what's amazing about it too is we're not just thinking about it or talking about it here or trying to understand it. We need not try to understand this today. Just be open to applying it. And so Jesus gives us very practical steps of applying it. So I'll go through with those right now. So Jesus is saying to do this exercise with our eyes open and to look around, and this time quite slowly. He says, try to pace yourself so that the slow shifting of your glance from one thing to another involves a fairly constant time interval. So you literally just want to let your eyes rest on things slowly but mindfully and let it happen. Just keep an even tempo with it. And then this is when he was saying that what you are seeing does not matter. So you are teaching yourself this as you give whatever your glance rests on equal attention and equal time. This is the beginning step in learning to give them all equal value. Because God sees everything as whole, right? God sees everything as one. So right now we're seeing things as separate, things as different, and label them all these different things. But as we let our vision glance to all of them just slowly and naturally, then what we are doing is we are allowing the opportunity for this true vision to come forward instead, to allow us to see things as being equal. And so it says here, as you look about you, say to yourself, I think I see a fearful world, a dangerous world, a hostile world, a sad world, a wicked world, a crazy world, and whatever descriptive terms come to mind. And so Jesus also says that if you find that there's positive, thoughts in there, like, it's a pleasant world, or it's a satisfying world, or it's a luxurious world, or it's a sexual world, or whatever thoughts it might be, then to also include those in today's lesson, because we are seeing, like I had mentioned before, that there's no good and bad on this world. There's no positive and negative on this world. This world is meaningless and it's neutral. So we need to encompass all of our thoughts in today's idea, not just half of them. This is how we ensure that we don't let our little spiritual ego get in there and dress it up and make it all pretty. Because this world, even though it does have its beautiful and fascinating and glorious things here, ultimately it's still just a dream. Ultimately it's still unreality, and our reality lies in God. So when we include all of our thoughts together, we get to see past our frame of reference and open up to the true reality of what is going on, which is ultimately limitless beyond what we can currently conceptualize in our limited thinking mind. So the final thought that we apply today, after we look to everything that is around us and apply this to every thought that comes within the mind, is to say, but I am upset because I see a meaningless world. So we're going to constantly apply this and allow ourselves to have the experience that the things outside of us cannot affect us, because what's outside is really meaningless. So it takes us back to the root, the cause that is in the mind, to let that upset go where it is, right here. So this is a beautiful gateway to true healing and transformation. So with that being said, I feel the course lesson is complete. So today we can apply, I am upset because I see a meaningless world. And fabulous. Love you all. Bye.